Hello everybody. So this is a little mini, and the little mini is cute as he is. He's also a little bit dangerous because he is an attack mini. That's right, he's an attack mini. So he attacks the two big ones. The two big ones are mine. On the left is Waldo, on the right is Beauty. And then there's little Minnie. Minnie belongs to a neighbor. So he's not mine, and he attacks. He is definitely, he is the first horse that actually worries me a little bit. Tiny as he is, cute as he is. So there's a reason why I'm on this side of the gate and he's on the other side. Because that little guy will literally go after you. It was not that bad in the summer, but it's pretty bad at the moment. Because he feels like he has to he has to fight against the big ones to survive. And so the thing is, I cannot go out there and feed mine. But I have come to a conclusion today, and I have decided today that somehow I have to make friends with him. He was born out in the pasture at the neighbor's place. He was, how should I say? The owner never did anything with them. He provided some food, but otherwise that little guy grew up pretty much wild. There was no imprinting or anything. And in all honesty, he is not afraid of anything. Silch, nothing. I do not know his name. He is on open range, just like our horses. That means here in Colorado, they can go wherever they please. It's open range country. You do not have to fence them in. If you don't want them in your area, you have to fence them out. But as I said, I have to make friends with him, and I will start working with him. I have decided today that I will start working with him because that little guy is constantly in survival mode. He does not know how to really relax, especially if there's food or water. And around him, I'm also in survival mode because I do not want to get myself hurt. And he will go after you, literally. Hey, little guy. So, even though he has an owner, I am going to give him a name, and I'm not going to stay very close. I will give him a name, and I will start using affective dog behavior to work with him. Actually, it's going to be affective dog behavior, but with a little bit of Parelli, just a tiny bit. As some of you who have heard of Parelli, and in today's times, he does not have the most, he is not the most liked person anymore. He has a reputation of being balanced, like a balanced dog trainer, because he also uses aversives. But there is one part of Parelli natural horsemanship that I absolutely love, and that is the friendly game. As some of you might know, he has kind of packaged the 7 games that horses supposedly play. And in a way, yes, that's what they do, but without tools. And also, no matter how much we play those games, we are not horses. The horses will not look at us as being another horse. So even though they will understand the language that you're going to use, we are not horses. And they know the difference. They're not stupid. So, but the very first of those 7 games is called the friendly game. And I will play the friendly game with him. And in a way, they call them games and they call it playing, but the friendly game is nothing but connection building, where you do not have any expectations of the horse, you don't ask anything of the horse, you don't touch the horse unless the horse asks to be close to you and to be touched. You don't look at them unless they are okay with it. And you just hang out with them. So that's what I'm kind of doing right now. I did throw some grain out there because I have to feed them. They're waiting for their food. I'm not going out there right now. But what is happening? I just scattered it. I just threw it out there. There is enough out there. Well, not enough, but there is some out there so that all of them can nibble on it a little bit. And it keeps the little guy happy. He doesn't have to fight for anything because it's not in one specific spot. And right now I'm just hanging out there with them, and I'm not expecting anything of them. I'm just keeping myself safe. There is one Parelli tool that I will use, and also I will get a little halter for him. Parellis use and Parelli students use rope halters. I have decided against using rope halters because rope halters apply pressure. I do not want to apply pressure. I just want to play the friendly game. Putting a halter on him is going to be a challenge because he has never had one on. Plus, I'm not safe enough to even approach him yet. But when it comes to haltering him, I will use a flat halter, a regular breakaway flat halter, something safe, something that doesn't apply pressure. And then the one Parelli tool that I will use is going to be the carrot stick. And I will only use the carrot stick for the friendly game, not any pressure or anything, just to be able to use it as an extended arm, because I cannot get, I can get close to him, but not safely. So everything else will be based on affective dog behavior, and the friendly game plays right into that because it's about total connection building. And I want this little guy to learn something other than just about food. Food is all about dopamine. Dopamine is not all about food, but food is all about dopamine. Okay, there's more to dopamine than just food, but food is about dopamine. And whenever a relationship is built on dopamine, it is without connection. So I will use food, like this is the most companionable they have been when food was involved. So apparently just throwing the grain out there is fine because nobody feels like they can't eat anything. They're just nibbling away like as if they would be grazing. So I'm going to, this way I can allow them to play the friendly game and hang out together, eat together like they are designed to do, without having to fight for one little morsel here and there. And this hanging out together helps them release endogenous opioids. So it becomes, even though dopamine is always at play, it becomes less about dopamine, it becomes less about survival, it becomes less about food, and it becomes more about hanging out together peacefully as companions. And so that's the purpose. That is the games I'm going to follow. That's the pathway, the journey I will follow, is to help him be less on edge and less in survival mode, because this survival mode puts him in a rage and he's not safe. When he attacks the big horses, he bites into their necks. He chomps at them and bites into their necks. I have to use whatever there is to keep him away from me. He has held me hostage in my own house when he was right outside the front door. When I feed him, he is ready to kick the dickens out of me. And so he has zero endogenous opioid relationship with humans or with other horses. And I want to change that, because with affective dog behavior, we make a case for connection. And just using food for connection does not work. I use the food, again, to take the survival edge off of him, because he feels like he has to fight for food if it's just concentrated on little bowls and stuff like that. So I'm taking that away from him. And it's not so much about resource guarding as it is about being able for him to get to the resource. Because as you can tell right now, he's eating and he's not fighting. So affective dog behavior but for horses, affective dog behavior but for horses. And still being able to feed them safely. I have to keep myself safe, so I will use a little bit of the Parelli knowledge that I have gained over the years. Not all 7 games. I will use the friendly game, the very first game, only because that, again, that is about relationship building. It's strictly about connection. So this one is part 1, because I have just decided that today, while I was in the house, after I was attacked several times by him during feeding time this morning, and again, he's not my horse. He's not even supposed to be here eating with my horses. But the owner neglects him, and somebody has to take care of that little guy because he deserves better. They all do. So I'm going to throw some more grain out there, and then I'm going to put some hay out, and I'm going to go back to the house. You all have a good day, and I will make another video tomorrow. And I'm going to document this journey so that, for one thing, I want to have something that shows me some headway, some progress, and I want to show you all what I'm doing. As you can see, I'm behind the gate. I'm safe. And to get out, I will not go through there, because I'm not going to give him a chance anymore to attack me. I will climb over this gate back there and stay safe. You all have a good day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.